Alright, what's up? So today's video is going to be slightly different. Today we're going to be taking a look at Reddit and the subreddit r/confessions. Now, if I'm going to be honest, when I say the phrase a little different, I guess it doesn't really matter because I haven't uploaded in a year. But I mean, here I am now. Now I know every time I make a surprise appearance, I have to make a joke about it, but this time I promise I won't make any.
I can't believe it. Someone said you was dead.
Alright, now that I've got that out of the way, we can continue with the video. So, in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the wonderful, beautiful subreddit known as r/confession. Now, if you don't know what this is essentially a subreddit where people go on and they'll confess literally anything. I guess the premise is that it's anonymous, blah, 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 blah. But some of these are really bad, and that's what I want to go over. So with that being said, feel free to play a video game, grab a snack, grab a drink, sit back, relax, and let's go into the first confession. So this first one that we're looking at says, I noticed my coworker left their car running and I let it run out of gas. Starting off a little wild, gonna be honest, that's some villain shit. Off first impression, what the hell are we doing, man? But I mean, let's read the rest and figure it out. Pretty much just what the title says. I was walking out to my car for lunch and noticed his was still running. I hate this guy, so I let it run until it completely ran out of gas hours later. Fuck him. Oh boy, okay, seems like we have a little coworker beef going on. Come on, guys. The first question I have, how low is your gas tank to where leaving your car idle for a few hours is just gonna make it run out of gas? How low were you on gas to begin with? Because I'm gonna be honest, if your car's sitting idle for a few hours, I don't think if you have, half full or a full tank, it's gonna run out of gas. That's just not gonna happen. But I mean, if you have like a pretty much empty tank, it's probably gonna happen. Also, this is just absolutely diabolical. You're preventing this man from going home, seeing what I could maybe presume is a wife and kids, but also it could just be he lives alone. Who knows, man? I don't know the context of the situation. I just know the situation. This is a bit crazy, but I mean, to be honest, I gotta hand it to you. That's some generational hating. Anyway, on to the next one, and no. No, absolutely not. I refuse to talk about this. Yeah, next one. If DoorDash orders weren't sealed all the way, I would steal fries or anything that would go unnoticed as a snack as I delivered orders. Can't believe I didn't really think much of it then. Now, if you're at the age where you can deliver for DoorDash, that means that you've gone through most of your school, you've gotten a driver's license, you can drive, your brain is pretty developed while not fully developed, so what the hell are we doing, man? I mean, come on. I mean, to be fair, they'll accept just about anyone. I'm a licensed DoorDash driver. Hell yeah, it took like 2 seconds.
Hi, I'd like to be an Uber driver.
Okay, sure. Welcome aboard.
But come on, man, we cannot be doing this. I feel like we gotta have more common sense as a society. You know what I mean? If you don't think twice about reaching in, grabbing a little fry, oh, look at me, I'm gonna take a nugget. I mean, if we're not thinking about our actions, man. I don't want some guy reaching his fingers in, grabbing my food. Hey, man, took one of your boneless wings. Hope you don't mind. Like, no, I'd prefer that not happen, thank you very much. It's actually so funny to me how you can just do that and not even, like, think twice about it. I mean, yes, you could defend it from a certain angle, but at the same time, bro, you're like, however old you are. Nice to see that, he's obviously came around on it. we're a little character development, little character arc coming in at the end there. But still, your past actions have been judged to be inexcusable. On a real though, that's the thought of that. I hate the thought of that. I've always hated the thought of that. I think everybody does. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the next confession. Lied to him about my age and where I attended school. I, 18 female, am currently in community college and planning to transfer to a university. A few months ago, I met a guy, 21 male, online and we started talking every single day. It was constant, deep conversation, laughter, always something new. We built what felt like a genuine connection. I genuinely love him. When we first started talking, I lied. I told him I was 19. I actually turned 19 in 2 months. Oh my god, bro. And I said I attended the university next to my community college. Oh my god. The one I hope to transfer to. At the time, I thought, this is just some random guy online. It doesn't matter. I also convinced myself he wouldn't want to talk to someone freshly out of high school. So I aged myself up a year and made my college situation more established and believable. It was stupid. Recently, I told him I needed to step away because I need to seriously focus on my mental health. I've been dealing with depression, and even though talking to him made it feel like I was okay, I knew I wasn't in the best place. He still checks on me. I still respond, but not as much as before. I love him so much, but now I feel overwhelming guilt every time we talk. The worst part is I know you'd probably accept me for who I am. I regret lying because it wasn't necessary. Now I don't know what to do. I hate that I created this situation. Okay, so we have a lot to unpack here. The first thing I want to go over is the lying at the beginning of the relationship, because that is something that you cannot do when you enter a relationship. There's a lot of things, specifically the thing she lied about, which is where she went to college and her age, etc., which is a deal breaker for a lot of people, especially at her age. She's just out of high school, she's 18, saying she's 19, which, I mean, is not like lying majorly, but it is still different. 18 is a lot different than 19, even though in a lot of ways it is basically the same. Now, for someone who's 21, right, if they hear 18, they may be like, oh, I don't think I want to go there. I don't think, which, you know, should be normal. I don't think someone who's 21 should be trying to get with someone who's 18. Just gonna keep it real. I feel like that's just bit too much, bit too weird, if you get what I mean. So yeah, that starting off, that's just something you do not do. In a relationship, someone you're trying to get with romantically, you cannot be romantically involved and still lie about your age or anything like that. Same with the college thing. If you lie about where you go to college, if you lie about where you work, I mean, all that's going to come out to light. Now, I do feel bad because having to deal with depression because of that's pretty messed up. But at the same time, when you get into a relationship, whenever you learn to get romantically involved with someone, you cannot lie to them when you introduce yourself to them. I feel like that's like the first rule of getting in a relationship is don't lie about who you are, because that truth will always come to light. You'll be seen for who you really are, and then maybe they're not interested in you. I mean, you got to take into account that some of these things probably are and can be deal breakers for these people. And I mean, I have a foot in this race too. I am in a long-term relationship. I met my girlfriend online, and I didn't lie about who I was. I didn't lie about my age. I didn't lie about anything about myself. So while it is sad that it's affecting your life in such a way, it kind of proves my point in that you're young, you're dumb, you're unsure, so you lie about who you are, and then that kind of loops you into this situation. And then in the end, it got to the point where you had to distance yourself, and that probably means you're not mature, you're not ready for a relationship like that. You're not ready for that burden, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just if you have to lie about who you are to someone, if you have to make stuff up about yourself, change where you're going to school, change your age, even if it's by a few months, that's not being honest with yourself, and therefore it's not being honest with them. Shows emotional immaturity, shows that you're not ready. So in the end, if you do learn, and I really hope that whoever this person is learns to deal with it, but at the end of the day, it is as harsh as it sounds, self-inflicted, because, and I sound like a broken record, you can't be lying. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me for today, but I will try and start getting back into a regular routine when it comes to uploading. I do have a video planned for the next few days. With all that being said, go ahead and follow my Twitch. I was streaming here for a few months. When am I gonna get back to streaming? I'm not sure, but eventually I will get back to that. I do plan on streaming soon at some point. So if you want to see me live, go ahead over, go follow me, and yeah, if you enjoy the video, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and I will catch you in the next upload. Peace.